Here we go. Saturday morning, man. It's 8:30. I'm pulling out. I got to go over here and do the one over here in Gay, Georgia that I do every 2 weeks. So I'll get that 150 this morning. You know, I'm just trying to move forward. We're going that way, y'all. I said that way, man. I'll look at a few things I need to look at. I still haven't fixed the brakes on this thing. I got a short somewhere on my trailer, brakes. I just haven't had time to really fool with it, man. So that was pretty sweet yesterday when I got done working and it got that other $300. That was a nice little deal there, if you ask me, you know, for what I had to do. Well, the Kubota, you can make a lot of money real quick. Now, a lot of guys would come and say, well, man, I wouldn't even take my machine out for $300. Well, y'all saw what I had to do. I mean, would you have done that? You know? I mean, I felt like that was you know, I mean, if I don't do that, then I almost think that's a very smart thing to do. About time to get back over here on a damn HOA. It's starting to grow. Damn. Solo out here too. I might have to come over here and do part of the HOA tomorrow afternoon. If I could just do the outside part out there and then next week do this part. And I'll show y'all the angle, the real angle down here with my angle finder, my slope calculator, all that. My little contraption here. That's pretty cool. So I really don't have a whole lot to talk about this morning, man. You know, I've been a little burned out, but I'll probably do this one big one out here, and I'm gonna take my time, try to get some drone footage and stuff. So on that side job I looked at the other day, I've had a couple guys come in the comments and say, man, you need to go on and do that and all that. Look, man, if you're saying that, then that tells me that you're really not in business for yourself. You don't want to. When I do side jobs, I charge so much that it has to work. It has to, and I have to know that it works. Really, just throw that shit down, it'll grow. I know, Toby, it will. Yeah, I'm sure. By the way, that last side job that dude, before he got fired, that's the worst. I gotta say, that's the worst side job I have ever seen. It is he did not even smooth the ground out at all. I mean, it is, you know, oh man. When I do side jobs, I like to make it as smooth as I can so I can put a mower on it. And the couple side jobs that I've showed you guys, they're all really smooth. Even at that same house, you know. So, but back to the job I looked at the other day, there's no way that I would put sod down right now. So I'm going to take the tree out, and I can do that anytime. Let me get to a certain point with these lawns where before I can do anything different. You know, if I had help out here, then I would be able to. Well, hell, I would already be doing that. I would be doing that. I would have already scheduled it and everything. See, I can't even really schedule anything like that hardcore because I don't know what the labor's going to do and all that. Well, I don't have no labor, so I know what they're going to do. They ain't coming to work. They ain't going to do right. They're going to act a fool, all that. But if you try, like I was saying the other night, man, you know, if you try to do that, and they may not even need all that sod. You know, like right now, I would say, okay, if they were insisting on doing the job right now, I say, okay, $700, take the tree out, and then I would give them a quote for all the sod. And when it comes down to it, according to what kind of grass you get, I'm going to be at, you know, $800 or $900 a pallet, and that includes sod. So was I wasn't gonna try to measure it and all that, was I knew I wasn't gonna be doing it. And if they insisted on doing it, I don't know that I would want to do the sod. I probably would back out of the sod deal and just do the tree. Because I can get that 700 really fast over there. And a couple of things about a job like that is you're not going to want to do a job like that on the weekend because of the way the houses are over there, and there's literally no place to park. So the good thing is, just in the next neighborhood over, which is not far from there, but not very far at all, I got a couple of customers, and I can park my equipment at their house if I had to, like my truck, and then hop in the skid steer and take the skid steer over there, where I don't have to have the skid steer and my truck and trailer and all that right there by the job. All I need is a skid steer, a chainsaw, grapple bucket, smooth bucket. That's all I need. Now I'll snatch that damn maple tree out in less than 15 minutes. Root ball and all. So that's a job that I could do by myself for sure. I don't know that I would want to, because I could do it faster with somebody with me. If I got somebody, maybe not with me the whole time, but if I had somebody, you know, driving the other truck, then I could send them to go do a couple yards and meet me over there to help me wrap that job up or whatever. But see, I can't never get to no real money with the guys out here because they can't never get all their crap together off the field. So it's hard to make really good money out here. And you know, I mean, when I say really good money, I mean more than what I make now. It's hard to do that with the kind of stuff that I run into with the guys the labor guys out here. But every time I put an ad up, I get a couple of jobs out of it. And I put that ad up a couple of weeks ago, and then I responded to a lady about the sod the other day, and shit, there's no doubt in my mind that they are going to let me do all that work, whatever it may be. I had a 35-minute conversation with them about the why, so I'm just not one of those contractors that really likes to rush things like that. Because why is that? Because I want to make top dollar for the work that we're doing. I don't like to just run up into a job real quick. I like to think about everything and think about the pros and the cons of everything, and then try to work myself into the best scenario to make the most money, based on, and it's got to make sense, to what needs to happen. What needs to happen over there, it's pretty simple. If you're me, is you need to take the tree down and get and the stump and everything, and then wait until the spring rolls around, and then when the spring rolls around, you'll be able to see how good the existing grass is. Of course, I will tell them they'll need to get some chemicals on it, whatever they need to do. I'm not that guy, but aerate it. I could power rake it if I wanted to. But there's not enough space there really to run the power rake, so it's not a good power raking job. It needs to be more square footage than that. I wouldn't even, I could go over there with a bucket, grapple bucket, push that tree over, loosen that dirt up by the mere fact that we're taking the tree out, bring just a little bit of dirt in there and spread it around with a rake. Quicker than I could with the freaking power rake or the bucket. You need a bucket full of, you need some good dirt in there too. So when you tear up the ground there and take that tree out, you got to bring a ton of dirt or so. And the one job I will need help on is that $1,400 one, that cleanup tree trim over there. And I got to call her and reschedule. We was going to do it, back when I had help, but since I ain't had no help, I told her, I said, look, just give me a week or two to let me get things situated with my, with the lawn maintenance stuff that I'm doing. Is that a Mini-X right there for sale? What? The next thing I'm gonna get me, y'all, for real, is I'm gonna get me a stump grinder for the skid steer. I've been researching them, and I've gotten a couple of quotes from a couple of manufacturers. I'm hoping that I can get one. I mean, I can get one, if, you know, it's just about, you know, taking the time to go buy it or have it shipped to me or whatever. I got one quote from Quick Attach. I think it's like $8,500. I'll put it up here in the thing. I got another quote from Skid Steer Solutions, and they have one, and it's not quite as expensive as the Quick Attach, but it doesn't do like this. I kind of like, and I don't really know, I like to be able to test them out. I kind of like the one where the simple design where it's sitting on there and you just go like this with the machine. But then the machine's got to move a lot. The one that goes like this, where you can put the machine in one spot, and then, but you're running two different sets of hydraulics when you do that, so you're going to automatically, I think, is take some power from the cutting head when you do that. So I don't know. I don't understand everything there is about that. But I want a high flow one too. I want a good one. I'm not going to settle for a $4,500 one. I don't know what all I'm going to do today, man. I'm glad to have a little bit of time where I don't have to be somewhere. You know, as we get into the off season, you know, I really embrace the not having to be somewhere all the time. See, but I'm doing. I mean, I gotta say, y'all, I will admit I'm doing a little bit better than I thought it would be financially, being, you know, in the spot with labor and all. So I'm doing a little bit better than, you know, financially and mentally, really, than I thought I would. And you know, you got to look at that when you're out here self-employed like I am. And you know, I don't come from an educated businessman or nothing like that. I come from a survival background. So, but every yard that I do and get done is, well, we're down to where we can see how many yard that I have left. We can see how many more cuts that are coming up, right? And if I can cut every other property 3 more times, or 2 or 3 more times, give or take, that'll be great, you know. Next week's going to be an easy week though for me, because this past week was rough. So I'll have time to do the HOA and some of the, you know, ones. And then on the next rotation, I'm trying to explain it right while I'm driving. On the next rotation, you know, 2 weeks from last week, or this past week, I'll be able to move things around a little bit, unlike I could this time. Because, well, I was thrown in the mix. I've been thrown in the mix pretty hardcore this summer. Y'all got to admit. Where one day I got help, next day I don't. Well, one day I got help, you know, for a month or so, and then I don't. You know, I guess it's because I ain't paying enough. So that's what everybody always says. Well, everybody that don't know nothing. Then I got this guy, a Bowman guy. I don't even know where he came from. I think he's one of Dirty Jim's cronies. You know, he's lucky I'm still letting him comment. I done blocked all those guys. But you know, I'll let him comment. I'll let him make himself look like a dummy. You know, he coming in the comments telling me, you know, that the IRS is gonna shut me down and all this. Well, where they at, man? Damn, they ain't shut me down yet. I mean, I'm finna retire. They better hurry up. What the hell? I'm sick of people trying to critique everything that they don't know nothing about. You got to remember, man, you only know what I tell you. So don't come in the comments if you ain't ready to deal with the onslaught of comebacks. So and you're not built like that, man. You're not built to come after a guy like me. Trying to tell me about tax, about IRS and taxes and all that, man. You get some more experience under your belt before you come at me with all that crap. But you don't know nothing about anything. And he came in the comments and something about, well, I quit push mowing 3 years ago or whatever. I'm like, okay. I don't want to push mow either, dude. Trust that. So, but I haven't quit push mowing. I haven't taken on any more push mowing jobs, but I'm going to continue to do the ones that I got. So, let's see, I'm going to get all freaking... Let me call my buddy Randall and see what he's up to this morning. I ain't seen him do a video in a while. Let's see what's up with Randall.
Yo.
My dog, what's up? Okay, y'all. So y'all have been over here 100 times. Okay, y'all, so he wants me to cut all these bushes right here, all of them, and then take a few branches off the bottom of that cedar tree where he can back his truck in right there. The last time we did it, which has been a few years ago, I think we charged like $500. It's a pretty good bit of work, man. It's a day over here with me and 2 people. I'm thinking like 700. He's a regular of mine too. But a couple of things that you need. You don't have to haul nothing off, but in order to make money over here at this, you're gonna have to have the dump trailer so you can load this stuff into the dump trailer and take it to the backwoods. I really need 2 people to come over here with me. 2 people that are efficient. And I know there's going to be some, tree huggers and all. You can't do that, man. Look, they're going to cut these crepe myrtles back. We're going to cut them back however he tells me to cut them back. So he's like, whack them off, Ray. Make them 4 foot high, 3 foot high. That's what he said. No matter, well, Ray, you can't do that, but you can, and I will. And he's going to pay for it. It's his house. It's his crepe myrtles. So he hates them. So we'll cut them. We'll just cut them straight off, man. And we'll touch. Take the rose bushes. They'll take everything down. Get the 2 big hollies right there. Yeah, it's a day's job with me and 2 people. It really is a lot more. It should be a lot more money than that. I'm talking about probably $1,100 or something like that. But if I can do it with 1 other person, give them like 200. But there's a lot, man. There's a lot. Yeah. All the bushes, y'all. And crepe myrtle. Pull that vine out of that. Get up in here and cut all this stuff back. Put that crate, that more pelham, get in here and tighten all them up. I just cut the rose bush way back. nothing with that. You just barely touch these. See, the last time these right here were huge. So not a lot over here either. So it's not gonna be a lot to cut like we did last time. So get that down, get this down right here. Pretty easy stuff. Just touch these, pull that white oak tree out of there. Touch these. Get all this little stuff, low stuff right here. Pick that up a little bit. And come right here and cut these branches back a little bit. So when he backs his truck up and here, it ain't hitting the truck. All right, y'all. So that took me. Well, I talked to him for about 15 minutes. It took me an hour and a half. 150 bucks. It's not great when you consider the drive, but I did talk to him for about 20 minutes. But we got more work, you know. We walked through, you know, all those bushes and everything. I don't really know what to charge those bushes. He don't like to spend a lot of money, and he'll. All right, y'all. I gotta focus on this.